Hi everyone, this is your girl Texas Black Diamond. Thank you for tuning in to Texas Black Diamond Entertainment. This is a recap of what I was talking about last year, 2019, and see where we are today from 2019. See what we have learned from back then to now.
I was saying I was looking over the indictment, and I wanted to speak on Jane Doe, number 5, and let's assume that is A. Clary. And what they are trying to do in this indictment, they're trying to put it on the responsibility on Robert Sylvester Kelly for being over her and responsible for her. But as we know, her father stated on a recorded conversation that he signed her over to another female. He didn't sign her over to Robert Sylvester Kelly. And I was just, I'm waiting on someone to call me because we both used to work in the music industry. And as I'm looking at the this indictment, it's very, very strange. We was gonna talk to you guys about how the music industry work. I saw on one of the indictments. Excuse me from not looking at you guys because I'm trying to look at the indictment too, where they spoke on putting wristbands on certain women's to get them backstage. And out of all the concerts and the shows that I've been to, work with some of the artists, they sell VIP tickets. They sell backstage passes, and those are VIP breaks. Like you can go backstage, and it's like a meet and greet. So they need to learn more about the music business. And this right here is when now Mr. Greenberg needs to get attorney for like artists to come in and help on this part. And traveling, they trying to say the travel, but if Jane Doe 5, which we already know who that is, assume it's alleged everything, but as far as experience, I'm speaking on experience of dealing with the road, the concerts, the artists, and how it works. So Jane Doe was to pursue a music career, and they were gonna get R.Kelly, the artist, to help her with her career. So she went in as you can say to an artist to try to work on her music. And so it was music. They were in studios. They were working on her music. And if you go back to the recording of Father, you can hear him when he say the studio. The sister was in the studio. They was in the studio working. So they were working, and he was doing what he told them that he would do. So I mean, it's normal that a person work close with someone, they end up catching feelings for this person, and you know that will happen on that. And then let's see, let's go back down. Let's go down. When the traveling. So if she's gonna be traveling to concerts with the artist, so she can learn how to perform and stuff like that, because I know a lot of upcoming artists, they want to roll with the veterans, so they can learn how to perform, what goes on backstage and stuff like that. So and so, like, talking about the groupies and cohorts and all this kind of stuff, they just got stuff on here that I'm looking at, I'm just like, I'm not understanding it. Let's see. Okay. Do has been transferred or sold to deposit with a third party, has been placed beyond the jurisdiction of the court, has been. I'm trying to find where it was talking about they using the music, and they trying to enterprise. I'm trying to figure out what type of enterprise, and they on the indictment. I want to just read it to what it says, but it was more about his entourage, the people that was working with him was they were having concerts and using the concerts to lure women into his sex cult, as they want to say, and that's not the case. Hopefully that they can get, some artists to be witness on how things work in the music industry, on what how the girls do, let me stop saying girls, how the females do. They would do anything to get backstage. They would do anything to get noticed, by these guys. I have actually seen the females, grabbing these men by their private parts while they performing. I have seen these women, just coming up on the guy, rubbing on them, they taking pictures and selfies, and they touching and they're rubbing, and it wasn't consent by the artist. So what if they start filing claims that they're wrongfully touched? Because that's what I've been seeing. Like, that's my experience. That's what I see. Like the parties, the parties. I have seen a lot of the groupies spend their entire paycheck not paying one bill to go get VIP passes, to spend $500 on champagne, to just living large, and just to get close to the individual, the artist. Just like I have seen a lot of entourage mention that they with a certain artist, they know a certain artist. I'm with them. We're gonna be in concert, and these girls get with the entourage so they can get close to the artist, and then they work their magic from there. And as far as the lawsuits, I was reading on that. Personal injuries and emotional distress. She suffered during a 3-year relationship with Robert. This was in 1996. This is T. Hawkins. Okay. So now, let me drink right here. I don't want to promote nobody's brand. T. Hawkins, she sued Robert for personal injuries and emotional distress. So I call it, like, when you're in a relationship, you're going to have ups and downs. You're going to have good days, you're going to have bad days. And so if we're suing everybody for emotional distress, let me start doing some suing, because I want to sue the city for me being stressed driving down the street in this traffic. I'm stressed out about the time I get to work or get back home. Let me sue mine for emotional distress, because it get on my nerves sometimes. But that doesn't make any sense. And I just want to let these artists know, and anybody else with money, do not pay out, because you keep doing that, people gonna just keep doing what they do. A lot of people do it because they don't feel like going through all the trouble of the courts and a bad image on their names, and so that's extortion, blackmail that they do. So to each their own with sexual pleasures in their home. That's their home, in their bedroom. And so I'm still not feeling how they are giving these females awards, and for something that they chose to do, because they said it out their own mouth that he particularly let them know. So he didn't entice. What's entice? So they have in the documents, entice. Entice what? How did he entice them? Singing and doing what he performing on stage and stuff like that. That's enticing. I'm just trying to figure that one out. Like, entice. I'm like, that's crazy to me, because it's called common sense. So you're following somebody else's you're trying to follow their limelight and their money, and It's crazy as I look into this here. And then I think we're gonna, let me drop down. The purpose of the enterprise were to promote Robert Kelly's music and the brand. I'm trying to, women's and girls, illegal sex activities. What was illegal by doing what you do in the bedroom with a person that agreed with the terms? How that's, tell me how that's illegal. And so I feel like when they did the indictment in Chicago, they tried to switch things to be able to go and indict him in a federal. So they wanted to make it like a six code. And I think one of his managers, they actually picked him, the feds. But he was the money. They said that the money was to pay these people off. And so now his attorney is letting them know, no, that's a lie. His $2,000 for a lawsuit for Robert not paying him. It was a lawsuit for unpaid wages. So he received this for unpaid wages. So we're gonna, so okay, we're gonna keep pushing it. Also, I forgot. I'm gonna go ahead and do it because it was late. This came to me this morning, and I'm starting late. But I'm jumping off subject for a minute. Always, whenever I have a vision and a vibe, I'm gonna go ahead and say, especially when it's clear to me. And I just want to prepare the bloggers, the supporters of Robert, that it's gonna be a fight. It's not going to get better. It's going to get worse. You're going to have people coming left and right, okay? So I'm just, the time is ticking. So a lot of the, bloggers said that they were going to speak on other things. But I just want to tell you guys this. It's going to be people and they're in the media, especially the media. Be prepared. Get your, be prepared. Get your, all your stuff together. If you have to have it set on the side, like they're gonna be, the media is gonna be coming left and right. They're gonna be putting out all kinds of negative stuff, just making up all, just everything. So I'm letting you guys know that the left is gonna come at the right. It's gonna be just like the politician when it get close to time for excuse me, when it get close to election. You see how dirty things gonna get. So I'm just letting you guys know specifically what I did, because I'm like, we can't bash any of the supporters, because if we do, especially the ones that might have to be on that witness stand as good character for Robert and stuff like that. So I encourage you guys to take down the negative on the right, for the supporters, because you're going to have people coming in. They're going to start researching. They're going to start downloading. They're going to be doing a whole lot of stuff. Okay, it's not going to get better. It's going to get worse, because the closer this trial come, that's when it's going to get ugly. So just be prepared. Have your stuff ready to go. Like, as soon as they start throwing things out there, you come on with your stuff. Throw it out there, and make sure you try to get it out there to mainstream and everything. So I'm just letting you guys know that it is not going to be a pretty thing when it get close to April. So have your stuff ready, and it'll be cool to have your documentations ready. And just hit it, just hit it, boom, try to get that out there, because a lot of people, when you slow down, they're gonna forget. So when it get close, and when the media and all the left wing start throwing that stuff out there, you guys be ready, because I'm letting you know it's gonna be people off into your on your page. They're gonna be trying to look and get information. They're gonna try to distract. They're gonna try to destroy. They're gonna try to cause confusion and everything. So I'm gonna tell you guys, do not take the bait. Let's try to do whatever we have to do the right way. Take deep breath, you guys. If y'all see something that's gonna tick you off, just go ahead, pause for a minute, take a deep breath, get you some wine or whatever you need to do. Take a drive, because it's not going to be pretty. Okay, that's my visions and vibes. When I said destruction before, it is not going to be pretty. It's, a lot of people is a hush mouth right now. They got gag orders on some of the people, and they're not talking anymore. So I really think that what K Terrell did was great, even though everybody said it was dirty how he did it. But I mean, that's something that we needed to know. We know that he had the abilities and the chance to get daughter. If he felt like it was something wrong, if you felt like it was something wrong and you went to the concert, she came out, that was your opportunity to get your daughter. We all know everything is a money thing. Never ever settle. Don't let anybody come and tell you that I'm speaking to these artists, because that's like quick easy money. And we have these groupies. That comes out. And okay, my caller is calling.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is a guy. He was doing he was the sound of the backstage and making sure things are good. He was backstage. He was doing all the what you call it, the let me call him, just making sure things go smoothly. He was the technology of the group, so he was good at that, like, technology. Y'all, I'm all over the place, y'all. Sorry. Okay, he's on. Hello?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, I was just telling them about you. You go ahead and just let's start. I was speaking to them about the backstage and they said entice and stuff like this. So I want you, like I was telling the audience, that we are familiar and we know how it works as far as like concerts and backstages and groupies and VIP passes and stuff like that. The majority of the females, they spend their money on VIP passes so they can get backstage. I don't know of any artist that's gonna give out these high price VIP armbands, because that's some of their money. They might have the badge. We get badges, so for us backstage, to let them know that we're with the group.
Let me clarify you on that one though. Sometimes you be chosen to go back there. It's real crazy, man, because these groupies been doing anything to get backstage just to get to the main artist. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and I was talking to them about the how a lot of the females, if they know anybody in the entourage, or if the entourage mentioned that they're with this artist, the artist, they're gonna try to get with that guy so they can get to the bigger fish. So we experienced that.
Yeah,
We experienced that. So just tell them about your experience, because I told them how like backstage and everything so let's be breaking down. I'm pretty sure you read the indictments and stuff. So when they said entice, what's entice, like what coerce, like, I mean, explain how you feel about that, like when you being in the music industry.
Oh man, it's real crazy, because man, these women, like you said, these women would do anything just to get to that big fish, man. Because they would take the little small appetizer, which could be a roadie, the guy at the door, anybody. Just
security.
To get to that big guy.
They would sleep. They would try to get with security so they could get in.
It's real crazy, man. Because this is what I learned my whole life. My parents. Don't let the devil in your house. Because some of these women out here, And some of these men, because they could be the fucking devil too, because they will steal from you, fuck your life up, you know. So you gotta be very careful about what you put in front of you.
Yeah,
you know?
and I feel like this here, his entourage, because being in the music industry and being around the guys, I actually seen a lot, and I was kind of like ticked off, and I'm mad at the girls. I'm like, come on, like you have them coming in like spending like $500 on some champagne. They get those VIP passes, and when I say, you might as well say they had on a little t-shirt, no drawers, and they busted wide open in front of these artists and try to show what they can do. You know, and then
I've seen all that shit.
yeah, we seen it all. I haven't seen it all. I have, and I actually walked at, we had the big party. We did a big party for an artist, and I'm like, I'm tired, so I'm going to give me a little sleep, and I'm gonna go back over to the party. I get there back into the party to make sure the performers got their money, to make sure they get their pay. I see females, and they do not care. They doing oral sex, and right there, like, just didn't care.
Man, because they already got that planned out already before they get to the club or the venue.
Yeah.
They already got everything mapped out already.
Yeah.
So these guys, anybody that's new in the industry or has been in the industry, need to watch their back, because this era right now, this B2 time's up. There ain't nothing to be playing with.
Mm-hmm.
And it's easy to get into some shit and then to get out the shit.
Yes, and it's great to have an attorney for it's different type of attorney. That's what I was talking about when they was talking about the federal case and the state case. They need Anton because he is experienced with federal, and he's licensed in New York, and Greenberg is licensed in Chicago. Okay, so I think they also need to get an attorney in to that know about the music business. I also think they need to see if they can get a witness, like, to speak on how things go backstage, an artist. And so how, and I asked,
some of this stuff is put out already.
Yeah.
And people fail to realize it's already out there, because it's in books. It's on YouTube videos that people don't posted up from years ago, from, like Greenberg said, from like Motley Crue and all these rock stars and stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
These groupies, they talk. Trust me, they talk. They want to get this bag.
Mm-hmm.
But you gotta be smart about it though.
And then, and let me ask you about this here. Okay, we're talking about Robert now. Okay, we have different females speaking on. I'm trying to figure out, like, this one female. I'm not gonna say her name because she is bad about trying to, sue or whatever. But everybody know who we're talking about. That Robert gave her a STD. Robert gave her a STD, and if he's messing around with multiple women, and it's multiple women in the house, and everybody having this nage a trois, when you think that the rest of these females will have what she have?
That is true.
Okay. Thank you.
I mean, if you got this disease, herpes or whatever, you got the same strand as these other girls, and they had it.
Yeah, they sleeping with the entourage. So only one person got it out of all the women and stuff from Nage Trois. So that's why I says, like, sometimes you have to use, like, common sense, and then also this man.
That's the problem. People don't use their common sense. They go by what's trending and what's going on right now. Mm-hmm. They don't care about all this extra shit. They don't care about the facts.
Yeah, and I'm gonna tell you how.
It's real sad.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you and I think, do you remember, like, at the party, like, you had these groupies, they was fighting. I mean, they knocking cake over, everything, because they wanted to be that person, because it was only a limit to get in there. Like, they're not gonna pile everybody in there because of fire laws and stuff. You can't capacity. You can't go past the capacity. So they fighting each other to get up in there to the men's. Okay. And then
it's real crazy about that shit too, man. Cause, man, don't let the motherfucking snakes come and bite you, because they are some snakes out there. But there's some gems out there. Trust me.
Mm-hmm. Oh, the men just as dirty. The men's are dirty, and I look at it like this with him and his entourage. Just peeping game with some of the people that he know. These guys use his name to get women to have sex with them,
definitely.
and then
they use his name for clout.
Yeah,
just because he's the big name.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this is R.Kelly.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's my man. So you want to go see him? You gotta do this, and these women would do it. Trust me.
And I did a video about Robert, and how he was talking about his music and being artistic and illiterate. He works a different way. A lot of people said he write, but he writes in his head. So immediately once he get in his head, he's in the studio. And from hearing different interviews, this man is in the studio probably 89% of the time to 90% of the time. And also with I'm not understanding this either. Babies, he only have 3 kids, so if he's doing this and he's not using safe sex,
all this stuff like that,
where's the babies? Because these clout chasers, honey, you think they gonna get rid of that golden goose? You see the women's on Basketball Wives and these reality shows trying to get shots and stuff so they can get babies, because that's their income. They don't have no other income. They trying to secure some income. If I have a baby by this man, I know I got plenty of income for at least 18 years. So it's...
And see, this my opinion about that though, man, because I feel like some of these women, they feel like they ain't the chosen one.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the 2 girls that with him right now, he chose them. They can't get mad at this man chose these 2 right here over you.
Mm-hmm.
He probably didn't see nothing that he liked out of you in a relationship. Everybody go through relationships. You know what I'm saying?
And I was talking about
relationship didn't work.
Yeah. I was talking about Jane. Are you familiar with the indictment for Jane Doe 5? We already know who that is. That's
which letter is this?
I'll say AC. And so this is what and that's why I was saying you can't get mad at KT for doing the recording, because if that recording didn't happen, we wouldn't have known what the truth was in that situation. Okay, Robert wasn't signed over. They didn't sign her over to Robert. They signed her over to someone else. So they was trying to push it on him that he was responsible.
Because he's a big fish. That's why.
Yeah.
And that's where this RICO thing come into play. And people don't understand this. This is a fucking... How they put it on it, they make it like a criminal organization, like the mob type shit.
Yeah, and
like
that's no mob. What money?
Everybody under him. Yeah, it's all about fucking money. Like, he's the fucking top of the fucking food chain.
And then so
everybody else.
Yeah, I think I seen 2. I think I downloaded 2 different indictments. But on one of the indictments, it was saying that these his bodyguard and different people in his camp did this to gain power and to gain money. Okay, I'm not understanding that either, because in order for them to gain money, they did blackmail to Robert, extortion with Robert. So
yeah, they've been doing that for years.
And
Lisa, I'm gonna say her name. Lisa Van Allen said that shit in the Vlad interview.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm gonna say her name because she put it out there.
Yeah.
Lisa Van Allen put that out there that she gave this tape to such and such, and she went back with her daughter. And if this man is a predator, why would you bring your daughter around this man?
Thank you. And then also my thing is, if you look at the Lifetime deal and you listen to these girls and see, you have people, and that's why I feel like they need to make sure they have people with different mind thinking for jurors. They need to be able to pick jurors with different mind thinking, because you need that pimp up in there so he can bust it down to them and let them know how this is working with these females.
This where the problem gonna come at.
Yeah.
Lifetime is really pushing this surviving R. Kelly. They bring the aftermath, the part 2. They trying to drill this stuff in people's heads. Then you got the mute R. Kellys and these other bloggers that saying this stuff like that. So they get into the masses. We as the supporters, we need to come together and make some shit pop.
Well, I was telling them before you called me, and I was telling them, because I always you know how I am with my visions and vibes. I never been wrong about them. So I'm letting them know this is gonna go down just like the politics, like election is like it gonna be like a election day. So the gloves gonna be off, the left is gonna be coming at the right. It's gonna be the media throwing out stuff, and so that's why I said we gotta make sure we get the real out there. We gotta make sure we get that real.
Election year.
We have to.
2020. This is a big election year because it's presidential.
And that's what I was telling a lot of people. That's the reason why a lot of they wondering why the big people that believe us not coming out, because a lot of people it's time for election. A lot of people don't want to lose their business, but I think the ones that ain't got no damn career, no way, and Robert help, I think y'all should step up and speak for him. Maybe you'll get some fans, because he still got millions of fans.
Hey, big ups to like people like Jeezy and Bow Wow, kind of.
Oh yes, I support Jeezy and Bow Wow to the fullest, because you know they Bow Wow see through it. You know, people want to get mad at him, but he didn't care.
He been around the man. It's like some of these cats that he messed with. I'm like, really?
Yeah. And
it's
okay,
funny, man. It's really funny, man. And that's right there. Right now, it's showing Rob like who his true friends are.
Let's talk about JP. With the ID and lying about her age. That is a crime. She committed a crime.
That is a crime.
She committed a crime.
Several crimes.
Because when you and then you gave a false ID to the court. So if the judge, the people that do your search when you walk in there, because you got to be searched, they're going to ask you for your ID, because I know they call me to be on jury duty all the time, and I'm just mad. I'm like, why y'all always calling me? I'm missing work, and y'all giving me $6. $6 a day. And so, she lied about her age. She was, now when they talking about coerced, now she was coerced with this for this lifetime thing, because sweetheart, if everybody do the math and have common sense, I did whatever with him, and when he did what he did, then I told him that I was 16. Okay, after you didn't tell him before y'all had oral sex. Then you come back, okay?
Now, hold on. Now, that's just alleged, because we don't know if...
Well, I said alleged, but I'm going by what she said. I said what I said earlier. I said everything. I said, this is alleged, you guys. I said, but I'm going to be, speaking on experience from what I experienced and saw when I was in the music business. And what I saw. So I already said that, but thank you for repeating that. This is alleged, but this come out of her mouth. This come out of her mouth. Like this, we're on the outside looking in, but we are speaking on what we hear from these people. We're speaking off the Lifetime Surviving series fiction show
and personal experience.
Experience. So also I'm gonna repeat myself, and I'm gonna put it on there. This is rated R. We are talking about sex, you guys. So this is not for no kids to be looking at. Okay,
let's talk about sex.
Yeah. And so that's like they making a big issue. And if it's like this, right, with Robert, you guys might as well just do just like y'all been doing with ICE, and have some trucks and go and start scooping up all these men that's having rough sex. These what people do behind their closed doors. And then they had the nerve to put daddy on the indictment. Daddy. They was told to call him daddy. Women call their men daddy, poppy. I'ma call you daddy, but I got a father. Yeah. I have a father, but I can call you daddy. I can call you poppy. I can call you my boo thing. We have names. And so you have people that's bougie, and maybe if they start, having like these play sex in their bedroom, they'll be fine too. So that's why I said when they have the jurors pick, when they do the picking, just hope that they have people in different categories. Because if you have all these people that just used to, I'm going to wait till I get married, and then they get married, and then they have grandma and grandpa sex, they don't know nothing about that. And my thing is with they calling him a monster, and he's doing wrong because he have multiple partners. But all these women stated that he told them ahead of time. They made the decision to go ahead because they was chasing the dream. They was chasing somebody else's fame and money, and they did whatever. Okay. So okay. Wifey, let's talk about Wifey. Let's talk about her right quick. Wifey, I looked at an interview with a public announcement. His ex, band. They was talking about Robert was in the back with all the dancers, right? And then later on, it was just the wifey.
Because she got chosen.
So
She got chosen.
so tell me this. So what did she do better than the other women to get that ring on her finger? Okay. Right?
Well,
She outperformed some sisters, honey. She outperformed some sisters.
She outperformed. She did something that other
She knocked them out of their
like that.
bedroom. She knocked them out of their bedroom. So wifey, she can play them games all she want, like she didn't know what his fantasy. She can play that all she want. But all of them did whatever they could to win this man. But for you to get a ring, you did some things, baby. Because the way she been doing them splits and stuff. And swinging off the ceiling poles and ceiling fans and stuff. So she won him. She did what she can do. She probably turned now. This is alleged now. She probably turned every dancer out in that room so she can get her out of
I
it.
think she did what she had to do just to get what she wanted.
Well,
he fell for it.
Okay, he slept. I'm just repeating what the public announcement guy said. You know, Alla was in the room with him, and later on she was by herself.
He even said that in the Gayle King interview where how he proposed to her.
Oh yes, and for her to say he was a monster, I put that on my video showing that you got bears coming down, and when they get into it and stuff like that. And then I'm gonna talk about the illiteracy and the autism. Okay, I felt like they used him because you can, when they were speaking a lot, I'm like, oh, he cry a lot and stuff like that. So they probably was like, oh my God, he easy.
You can't judge the man if he's emotional. That's how he is.
Okay, if I'm saying he cry.
What we hear, he's a very soft spoken guy. And
okay, for a man that's beating a woman, and taking it out on a woman, and from him just being a crybaby to beating a woman, that's kind of strange to me.
That sound like some Mike Turner shit.
Yeah, yeah.
And that was alleged.
Yeah, and then oh Lord, what's her name? Y'all got devices everywhere, so y'all just go ahead and talk while I'm looking this up. This girl's name.
I mean, shoot, it's real crazy, man. And like, let me talk to you about the supporters, man. That YouTube and doing all this stuff, man. Stop the beefing, man. If this man got his own opinion about one thing that could help out, man, let that shit ride. Let that shit ride, man.
Yeah.
Y'all wasting time.
That's what I was saying. Time is ticking, and we spending more time beefing with each other.
April, y'all got like 6.5 months, man, to get your things
It's going
right,
like
man.
that because hell, I gotta start
6.5 months
Christmas shopping.
It's gonna be too late.
Yeah, I gotta start Christmas shopping. Look, Christmas coming just like this.
Christmas coming, New Year's.
And see,
and they ain't talking about Harvey and these other guys. Harvey is like the big fish.
And see, and that's what let's talk about this too. Let's talk about
And hold on. And also Mr. Michael Avenatti.
Oh Lord,
his trial coming April too.
Oh what? Yeah, but how he gonna represent? How he representing
bullshit.
somebody? They didn't take his license from him.
They can.
That's what I'm saying. They took Michael Jackson, his little private little doctor took his license, and why it's so fresh on my mind while I'm looking this girl's name up. The one that the defense fund, you guys. So I mentioned to them earlier, we need people specialists, we need counselors and therapists so they can speak on Robert and his mental state. They need some extra attorneys that are familiar and professionals and work with how the music business work. And then so it's like forensic science, and like the slower we be, how this stuff gonna get done. And then then we have somebody talking about the money. If they know about federal, because it's a federal case, they go in and they seize and they lock money. They might leave a little bit. They might leave a little bit so they could take care of their little odds and ends, but they gonna lock it. They lock that money to keep them from going out of town. I don't know why they locked it, because for one, Robert's locked up. Y'all won't even give him a bail nowhere else, but it's also locked up because it's gonna if the prosecutors, if the state win the case, then these people can go back and sue him. So that's the reason why they're holding on to the money. So that's what people need to understand, that the money is on lock. And then also this man is they said, what's the difference? The difference in 2008 and 2019, he was able to talk to his attorneys whenever. But the man is locked up. He has no control of nothing right now. No control. There's no control.
None. He can't talk to the federal attorney in face to face.
Yeah, and he can't, like, whenever he wants to. He can't, like, I need to talk to my attorney right now. Okay, you know, it don't work that way. He doesn't have control. That's the difference between 2008 and 2019. It doesn't.
Well, let me
there's
say
no
this,
control.
Though. It's a. Don't quote me for this. What I'm about to say.
Go ahead.
It could be a good thing. It's a bad thing. You know what I'm saying? Because Robert probably need to be in there just to keep his mind off of this negative shit that's going on.
Oh, yes, yes.
You know what I'm saying?
If you did you hear? Okay, I want you to go back and look at my video that I was like, I want to introduce the new ones, the unknown to Robert, and you can hear him when he said like certain songs. And now this girl that was the Hispanic girl, she said that You Are Not Alone was for her. Okay, Robert wrote that song because he said he was going through so much, people pulling him left and right. They need money, and that was getting on that man's nerve. So every time you look around, somebody wants something. That's why I said he was the Department of Human Service, okay? He was the Department of Human Service. And then when he got tired of it, then people want to start, you know, blackmailing and extortion and all that kind of stuff. So how you feel about the video? And they saying he's recording and taking pictures. Okay, you have people that record having sex with each other because they, you know, it's just something that they.
You got motherfuckers recording conversations.
Yeah, but I'm just saying. They talking about they didn't know. You knew.
Man, everything is out there. I mean.
And you know, let me. Yeah, go ahead. Let me finish looking at my notes.
It's just, man. He tried to protect himself. You know. That's all he. That's my opinion. I don't know where he got if he got videos with who. I was not in that bedroom.
Okay, now how you feel about this? From you know.
If I was like this, if I was the fucking king of R&B or the king of whatever, I made sure I watch my back at all times. You know, that's the part of his way of covering himself
for rape. For rape. If somebody gave him that advice,
NDA and all that stuff. And he had NDAs, and these people still talking, still trying to get a bag. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And so now,
now
everything is dried up and stuff. Everything is dried up. The well is dry. The wishing well is dry. So everybody's now trying to suck every little dime they can get.
I feel like this. I don't think the well is dry. I think it's.
Well, I'm saying for them, he's not feeding people no more like he used to.
No, he don't have to. He don't have to. He don't fuck with you. He don't have to give you no money.
He ain't got to give you nothing. And that's what I said. That's why the United States don't negotiate with blackmail. Because if they do that, we will be broke as hell for blackmail. Ransom. That's why they don't pay ransom. And he should have did just like Kevin Hart. Do what the hell you want to do because I'm not giving you nothing. And at the end of the day, I feel like with the recording, they, you know, gave him advice to record, you know, after the Mike Tyson and Tupac mess, you know, record. That way these people won't get you. So the person that gave him the advice to record, did he know Robert was recording? So I know you have tapes, and Lisa Van Allen, she knew, and everybody worked together. We gonna get him. But at the end of the day, what man in their right mind is gonna record a minor? What man in their right mind gonna record a minor? Now, if you're gonna record a 13 and 14-year-old having sex with them, you need some mental help. Because what man in their right mind is gonna record having intercourse with a child?
A 13-year-old girl.
And child.
The thing is, you gotta look at these indictments. And
I'm looking now. It's foolery.
It's how they word. It's how they word it.
Yeah, know? And see, that's how you know they switch. Okay, they said these girls were often offered wristbands. Okay. To signify that they were authorized to attend the event.
Who haven't been to a club where they gotta go in the VIP?
Yes.
Get the fucking wristband.
Wristband.
Backstage where you get to have backstage.
Oh Lord. And then they talking about the other little girl too. The one that the sparkle niece. Yeah, sparkle niece, and that's why I said forensic science needs to come into play. And then I haven't seen the sex tape. Somebody sent me a clipping of, a private part, but I never seen the sex tape. But I see little images people post, and I'm like, wait a minute, that can be anybody, because I'm gonna show you guys a picture of me when I was young with that kind of haircut and my face turned. That look like me on there. Okay, I'm gonna show you a picture. I'm gonna show you, and you're gonna be like, yeah, that look like you from the side. If you turn my face to the side, that look like me. So in people that, when I'm looking at this, talking about wristbands, that's why I say these people need to learn everything about the music business.
They don't have to know the music business. They just go to a motherfucking club.
I'm just saying, we talking about the grannies and stuff gonna be on the jury. We talking about the jurors, them grannies and stuff, and them grandpas don't know the hell about them thoughts coming to these little clubs so they can, thought it out.
Shoot.
And these women's grabbing on these.
They probably with thoughts themselves.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Do you remember how these women used to do the selfies and stuff with the artists, and they grabbing on these men private parts and stuff, and grabbing on their private parts on the stage and stuff? They didn't ask them to do that. They did it. So what if these men started flipping the script on them and start putting charges on them for grabbing their crotch and stuff without permission? Because it's a bunch of foolery.
It's a bunch of foolery.
Okay, and then on this here, so what's wrong with that? That's just like somebody going to the club. Number 5, when Kelly identified a girl or a woman or girl who he wished to see again, he either gave his contact information to the woman or girl, or obtained her contact information, or replied upon members of the enterprise to do so.
That sounds like a player in the club.
Yeah, he was a player. He was a player. There's a lot of them want me. Let me see. And people have a right to pick who they want.
Yeah.
And matter of fact, what young girl don't need to be at no R.Kelly concert, because we know he gonna be bumping and grinding. So why you allow your daughter to go? Okay, just real talk.
Yeah, and here goes another thing. I mean, you hear the stories or the rumors and all this stuff like that. Why would you allow your daughter to go there? Mm-hmm. Or why would you go there if you think he's all this?
And then the Clarence sitting up there, he's talking about it was somebody with her at all times. So if somebody was with her at all times, then how it come to this? No, it was a setup, because you guys like, okay, if you get in this and get this deal done, we're gonna be good. But now you mad because, see, she was working with him in the studio. She was traveling with him, learning the music and stuff. And then, she fell in love with him, because now this man helping her, and she just falling in love. So she falls in love with the man. So she was like, forget this. I want the man in my career. And she threw the middleman out. So daddy mad. Okay, now let's call him father, because father mad, because you can call your man daddy all you want. There's no crime with calling your man daddy.
Another thing, if that was my daughter, and I got 2 daughters and 2 stepdaughters. Man, my daughters are going through this stuff, and I ain't seen my daughter, and I want to go see my daughter. Ain't nothing in this world gonna stop me from doing that.
Mm-hmm. But you heard what he said. They said he talking about he communicated with the women by telephone, including through telephone call, text messages, iMessage, and FaceTime. Okay, people I'm just trying to get it. I'm not understanding. So this man not allowed to communicate or speak to someone that he's interested in and they interested in, because if you look at the Lifetime story, all these women said they were in a relationship with this man. They said relationship. Now they didn't say I was kidnapped and forced and coerced and enticed or nothing like that.
You got some that said they came and went. So
yeah.
How's somebody abusing you and you go back? Shame on you. Pretty.
But if you notice the women that's trying to run after the bag and run after somebody else's fame, it's women that's not trying to get into their own thing and be independent. Independent women not gonna deal with this stuff. You know what I'm saying? And
no.
They're not gonna deal with it. They're not gonna put up with it because you're not gonna tell me you got about 20 women. Well, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. If anything, if I go up in there, I'm going up in there trying to get me a scholarship and him building my brand and my business. But ain't nobody finna force me to be touching nobody else's poom poom. And ain't nobody gonna, you know what I'm saying? And then, people have crazy sex. Certain people decide that they want to do certain things in the bedroom section. So they talking about he urinated on someone. So if you allow somebody to urinate on you, that's on you. You that desperate to let somebody urinate on you? Okay.
Hell no.
You ain't peeing on me. Now that's alleged now, cause I don't know. The tape. I don't know.
Yeah, these videos that with Michael Avenatti putting out there. We can see this stuff every day when you go on Facebook and Twitter and all these other apps and stuff like that. We see motherfucking people put their heads on other bodies and all this stuff like that. That shit is possible.
Okay.
Now what else they done?
So the one that tried to sue him for the STD, right? And I was hearing her on a show, an interview. But I'm reading this one here. They were saying the women's and girls were not permitted to leave their room where the mamas was. Because K. Michelle said they was in the kitchen cooking, honey. Okay?
Yeah.
Well, she said the mamas was in the kitchen cooking. And so that's what I don't know. I'm trying to look up the laws on that again because some states allow the parents to give consent for you to be with an older person. Okay?
Yeah.
And and it happened with me. So that's why I said, like, when I speak on stuff, I'm speaking on experience and stuff. I was that girl that wanted, try to, be that adult real fast, but I felt more comfortable with a grown person than somebody my age. And if we're going to talk about sex and teen pregnancies and all this kind of stuff, there is a law when you having sex underage with a person that's your age, because if you having sex with them, that's against the law. You breaking the law, but they're not forcing that, and that's the law that they should force. Because if a teenager get pregnant by an adult man, somebody like Robert, he's able to take care of that child. But a little boy and a girl get pregnant, that teen get pregnant, then she's gonna either drop out of school, get on welfare, or throw that baby off on the mama and daddy, and that mama and daddy gonna have to get out of retirement to take care of that baby. So if we're gonna talk about it, let's talk about it. Let's talk about this teen pregnancy. Because and that's what I'm just saying, if you're gonna lay up, that's what I was saying. Like if I would have laid up with a little boy and got my kids, whatever. Yeah, they need these laws. I mean, come on. It's just like we have to just teach our girls and teach our boys, responsibilities, because as a teenager, we are curious and we gonna find out some things. And they talking about coercively people. What is he teaching them? A little piece of that little clip that somebody seen me, that girl was very experienced.
They were doing all this stuff before they met.
Yeah, that girl was very experienced. Okay, so this girl, JP, that was stalking this man. So why ain't nobody talking about that?
And skipping
school. Why your ass ain't in school? Why your ass not in school? And I know your mama seen you on the news. Allegedly, and in the streets, I hear that the mama was at one of the court hearings too, and she probably like, girl, you better get you some Kelly. You got them hood rat mamas. You better get you some Kelly, cause you know what, we gonna get paid. Shit. And then okay, I was back to the girl that was trying to sue him for giving her STD. I'm not gonna mention her name or initials, honey, cause she trying to sue. But you speaking all in the public, honey. So how you gonna tell somebody not to speak on you when you all up in the public in interviews and stuff, speaking on yourself? But anyway.
But she got this A1 lawyer, Gloria Allred, holding her down or whatever. I mean, she always pop on the scene when somebody need.
I don't understand that. And then she knew what she was doing. Did you see when that attorney winked her eye? Why you didn't give that information to the state? You gonna take it to the feds? Because you knew what you was doing. I'm telling you, everybody that's in this, it's a bigger thing. It's a bigger thing. We know about the masters. We know about the masters because I remember.
I mean, no, I'm put it like this: they trying to paint R. Kelly as the poster child for pedophiles.
Well, he ain't gonna be no poster child, cause
yeah, I'm gonna throw a name out that people forgot, and he's locked up right now. Jerry Sadusky, guy from Penn State, that slept with all those young football kids at his little camps and stuff. People forgot about that. He's the poster child for all the white folks.
But you see how cool they do it though. And then
Yeah.
you know, I was trying to remember what this. Okay, yeah, Elvis Presley's wife, Priscilla Presley, when she was young, she was talking about when interviewed, why did you do
it? He gave her stuff in her drinks and all this stuff like that.
But you know what? She protected that man's name though.
When he was young.
Yeah, and she said he was mad, but he was going through a lot, but he was mad, but it was okay. She didn't make him out of muscle. She protected that man's name and everything. She protected his name. And then when she said that she actually protected him. She protected him. And she made this statement here. If I didn't do it, I did it because if I didn't do it, somebody else was going to do it. So she was like, I'm not going to let nobody get this man. I'm going to do what I got to do. So that's what they was doing. Because they didn't want nobody else to get this man. And they didn't want to miss out on it.
And think about it. She was thinking about this stuff when she was, 14, 15, 16 years old?
Yeah. And I'm going to tell you something. People, they can say what they want about, they saying that teenagers don't know how to make the right decision. You got grown ass people that's in their damn 50s right now don't know how to make the right decision. It's just all about trying to let your kids know the real. We can't sit up here and sugarcoat. And then the little girl, I'm gonna try to find that video. Did you see that little baby pop lock and dropping it on the wall, and then had the nerve to put her damn hand on her damn pamper and just with the working it? It's them the kind of women's gonna be running behind these damn men because they mama's not teaching them nothing.
Them the motherfuckers gonna be taking care of us when we get old, and that's sad.
That's what I'm saying. So it's very sad. It's very, very sad. And talking about this daddy, they talking about the clothes. Okay, back to this girl. We keep jumping off subject, but the girl that's the woman. Let me say woman. Let me stop saying girl. We used to saying girl.
Hey, none of these are girls because they all was over the age 18.
Yeah. Okay.
But they paint this narrative that they were 14, 15, 16. It's all in indictments.
I'm looking at it now. But did you notice how they do it though? They give Robert's age for now. 52. They said 52, but say his age when this was alleged.
My thing is, all right. My thing is, if it's all this alleged, and you saying that, he did this in a certain point in time, they should have the direct date how old they were. You know what I'm saying? It should be no in between 13 to 15. None of that shit.
Yeah.
It's 15 to 15. It's 16 to 16.
Yeah, because when I was looking at the indictment, they saying in between. Okay, do you know the exact time and date, or do you not know it? Okay, because it's times I forget a date and stuff on me. I forget. Like,
and my thing is, if it's such all this abuse and he did all this stuff here allegedly, why you go to the police?
Right.
Why you go get these high-powered lawyers and shit like that?
Yeah, you want justice. You want justice now because your ass done ran out the damn money. You done. I said I wasn't going to cuss on here. Strike this out of this conversation. Strike it out the conversation. Y'all didn't hear me say that. But.
No, don't edit me. Cause I'm
trying to be, God's still working on me. Y'all. I told y'all God's still working on me. But anyway. So
these trust me, these ain't no.
They know. They was coerced by their parents. They were coerced by their parents. Let me take this out. They was coerced by their parents to go in and get this man and use him.
This other clown, how he did that fucking the intervention with his daughter. that shit is so fucking funny.
Oh Lord.
It's funny to me that you recording all this shit.
Oh yeah, that's what I was saying. That was crazy. Who would want to go back to that? Okay, let's speak on that.
I wouldn't.
But see, you know what? They went off this Lifetime thing. Now it's all kinds of tools and information and facts coming out. So why what the news at? See, but if you look at it,
did you listen to the interview with Miss Jones?
yes.
Well, she giving out some real tea. She giving out some real tea.
Well, they might well get a bus and start scooping up
Giving out some real tea about these frauds.
Yeah, just scooping up because I'm like I said, I was a teenager and we are not dumb. We got sense enough to know we want somebody that's gonna be able to help us. And especially teenagers that's in a poor situation and their parents poor and they just going through it.
I don't think they were poor. I think they was. I don't know their background.
No, I'm just saying. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying those women. I don't know what I know from what I was hearing. That JP mom was at work while she was sneaking out doing what she was doing. Her little ass supposed to be in school. Hell, since she broke the law, and then why would y'all get mad at Robert? Y'all expected him to know her age, but y'all, the judge, the people that the security check, they didn't know. People that came, they walked through, the officers standing there, they didn't know. They were showing us a tape. They were showing a tape. So you showing tapes of alleged 14-year-old having sex, but I still say people keep saying, but he was sleeping with a 16-year-old. That's hearsay. That girl didn't say that was me. Shit.
I put it like this: if it's a motherfucker that into all this stuff, that want to have a fantasy and all this stuff like that, and want to record it, and you see that on porn all the time.
Yeah, it was a guy
being with a younger girl and all this stuff like that.
I don't know if you remember. It was a guy, like, because I just be sitting there chilling. I look at these people. I do my job and I sit on the sideline and wait till this party and these concerts and stuff over with. Cause I didn't care. I didn't, cause they thought I was gay. A lot of them thought I was gay. Y'all thought I was one of them dykes because I was not running behind these men. I said, y'all know what? Let me tell y'all girls something. These men is all they gonna do is give you a wet tail, and you'll be lucky to have a cab ride home, and they going home to their women, or going on to the next one, jump off. So these people not doing nothing for me. I'm like, this they money. I don't want their money. I'm trying to make my own money, have my own career. I don't want their money. Cause this girl, she said, Diamond, you always be around them, but I never see you, and stuff. You right here, you got the chance. I'm like, baby, I love myself. I love my body. I love myself. I love me. I don't need these people money. That's why I'm here working, trying to make my money. And so that's the difference. Like, we have to teach these girls and these guys growing up. Like, we are here, we all as parents, we make mistakes, but we are rebellious as teenagers. Because I know a lot of girls that was my age back then, they was laying up with men, and when them men got tired of them, they told them they real age and said, if you do this and you do that, and if you don't do this for me and do that for me, I'm going to the police. That's blackmail. That's it. So they smart. Just like JP, she was smart enough to skip school. She was smart enough to lie about her age. You know what I'm saying? She was smart enough to tell her mama that she was going. She knew better then. She knew better to say that she was going to spend the night with a friend so she could go spend the night with Robert. But the problem was JP couldn't handle it, because see, mama was questioning you, and Robert want to know why you ain't here. Robert want to know why you ain't here. So Robert like, wait a minute, she can't be here when I need her to be here, so I got to let her go. So all of a sudden now you 16. Okay. He probably told you to grow up, because he told me that. And that's no lie. I wrote, and see, that's, and I always try to, give my experience, and that's the reason why I'm fighting for the man, and I believe him, because I told you about that situation. My dad was went out of town. He went to Las Vegas. One of the DJs that lived close by us, he was going to a place to help out, and I wanted to go. We drove a long way. I still to this day don't know where the hell we went, but we went a long way. Got in the club. I got in with him. They didn't check my ID because he know them was his homeboys or whatever they being you. I I ended up in his area because somebody knocked me over and somebody in his camp, you know, helped me up, and I ended up sitting in their section. But I didn't know anything about no Robert or no R.Kelly, because I was listening to Wham, George Michael, Paul McCartney, Cyndi Lauper, you know, Madonna, Michael Jackson. Them the people I was listening to, so I didn't know anything about this guy. So I'm sitting there and I'm just looking and talking, and I had this big booty. They used to call me Buffalo Butt, and the feeling and touching and the people in the little section touching and squeezing. Oh, you got a big butt and big ass and all this and that. I ended up sitting by Robert, and we was having a conversation. Sweet person. That's why I say he was a sweet person. Didn't say nothing out the way to me. Even though the people in that little section squeezing all on my butt and stuff, that man never said anything out the way to me. He was nice. We were talking, and so when I got kind of nervous because I know I wasn't supposed to be there, and I was looking for this DJ Tonka Dread, and I'm like, and so I get nervous, and that's when I was like, I don't supposed to be in here, like I'm still in school. That man looked at me. He put his hand on my shoulder. Now people suing just for that now. So I guess he was sexually assaulting me by putting his hand on my shoulder. He said I had some growing up to do. So he had some of his people to, you know, walk me out. I told them, I said, I'm with somebody. I gotta find them. Because I was scared. Like, I was scared that DJ was gonna be drinking his butt off, and I'm with him. Don't even people supposed to be with this grown man. That's why I said we teenagers, we do stupid stuff. And so we found the DJ Tonka Dread, and we left. I told him, I got scared. I told them that I was still in school. And so he was mad because he's like, oh, Lord, I need to let you get a car. Because I'm like, then you going to be drinking. You ain't going to be able to drive back because we were driving a long way. But that's why, I'm fighting for him because he respected me. When, I'm not afraid to share my story. And I'm not mad at anyone. And that's why I say these people that's been molested and raped, y'all need to seek professional help. Pray. Black people are taught to pray about it, but you pray about it and then you seek your professional help. That's why I love this man, because he respected me as a young girl, and when other ones did, and I had relatives to tamper with me when I was a toddler. I had a babysitter, and I understand about that. I had a female babysitter to do what she did, you know, molest me. I was at 12. I was raped. So that's what I'm saying. I'm not gonna use him to take it out. He's not gonna be my punching bag. I said what I had to say. I had what I had to say to those people that did me wrong, and I got my help because I punished my kids. I didn't even want my kids going nowhere. You know that.
It's real sad, man. Because this man's getting drugged in the media.
Yeah.
He's getting drugged by everybody that can drag him.
Yeah,
and
just like
knowing the facts.
Yeah, and just like this they talking about they transporting, and so let's just say it was the Sparkle's niece that was in with them. Okay, wasn't Sparkle's niece uncle he was playing the bass or something? He was in the band. So my experience when I took my kids, if people don't know Papa Screw is DJ Screw father, and that was my kids' godfather. You know they were crazy about Papa Screw. They still. But if Papa Screw didn't have them backstage, they was standing on stage with me. So I tried to make sure, but it's kind of hard to control these teenagers because I don't know how old dude gave my daughter his number. But see, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, at the end of the day, I just feel like he's been railroaded, he's been framed, he's been used, he's been taken advantage of. People felt like this man had mental problems, and they felt like they can use him. The parents had their kids to use him. He had people in his camp to use him, and he's being punished for something that they did. Because a lot of these entourage, they brought these women in this man's possession in this camp. He not knowing, you know, they slept with these women. He just chilling. He's in the studio like that girl that said she got he gave her a disease. she I think it was a Dr. Oz, and she stated that he just walked out the room and he didn't come back. Okay, that's how he writes in his mind. So when he start a song pop up in his mind, he gonna jump up and get in that studio, because that's how he write his music, through his mind. So he has to go in and start singing what he hear in his mind, because he's writing in his mind. His pencil is in his brain. Okay, so that's how he functions. So you stupid enough to stay in that room until he come back, but he probably in there going over this song. I gotta get this song right. How did this man write all this music for these other people, all these hits for himself, and doing what he doing? Question. We gonna call this segment 21 questions, honey, because them all my questions. So what you gotta add to it? 21 questions, you know. So, and I want to speak on that defense fund. Y'all donate. Now, this man need this. I'm looking at the indictment where they talking about the pants and the clothes and all this and that. Y'all, a lot of them that left, and the one that the young lady that just had, that's pregnant or something, that her mama staged that rescue, and it wasn't no rescue.
A lifetime
Yeah.
had a whole big picture.
But her mom said she was in and out.
Like a lot of tea, like a whole bunch of shit.
Then she said 9 years. She was in and out 9 years. In and out 9 years. And so you in and out 9 years. I'm gonna just put it like this: people are suing now for heartbreak and being stupid. You know, because you know when you be in a relationship, you expect something else, but it's something different, and then it don't turn out the way you wanted to. Then you upset. And a lot of these women is retaliation, and they PO. Just like that girl, she decides she want to play Miss Hero. And everybody that seen this man laying up with girls, they was upset. And I want to speak out now. Why you didn't speak out then? Why? You saw this man sleeping with a child on a bus, and you looking at it, why you didn't go straight to the authorities? So now everybody want to be a hero, and I want to speak up. I call that foolery. A lot of these people mad because their careers didn't go right. A lot of them mad because he done moved on to the next one. You know, and in the streets, you know how his ex-wife always bragged on this man. In the streets, she went to one of his birthday parties, and he didn't pay her no attention. After that, all hell broke loose. And all hell broke loose also when he asked for his masters. So if you notice, when he wanted his masters back, because you know, as a people of color, they're no good to a white man if they can't help them white people profit. If you're not helping them people, no profit. So they feel like if we lock him down, there's no way in the world he gonna be able to fight to get his masters back, because they know how much it's worth. The masters is worth a lot. So I just I just feel like right now those masters, I think is, we got to look at the higher up, and they using these people that's desperate for money. They using people that's desperate for money to come in and blackmail this man. But I'm gonna end this. Hopefully I can get in touch with an artist that I used to work with, so he can speak on this and tell y'all about his experience and stuff. And let's keep fighting and getting that information out there. But I see this as foolery, and that they trying to switch it and make it seem like that Robert, I lost our little visitor, but we'll speak later. But just looking at the indictment, they trying to put it label as racketeering. You know what I'm saying? And sex slaves and and stuff like that. But that's the reason why they did it like that, so they can indict him in federal, so he could be locked down. They could try to take all his money, and I still feel it's a higher up. I just feel like they reached out to somebody that used to be in the camp that couldn't stand Robert, because Robert let them go. And then how you feel about them changing the laws of oh my God, y'all, my brain, I'm losing it. I'll come back to you. But then, they changed the laws on, where you can't, it's going to keep going and going. There's no statute of limitation. I knew I was going to get it. The statute of limitation, they changed that. Once he was locked up, they changed that. So they trying to keep him from being able to communicate. He has no control, and they trying to keep him locked down. I don't know for what reason, because you got Harvey running around here with this. They say he's the richest man in Hollywood that can fake his death, that can get on a plane. He can do like El Chapo, have somebody dig him a ground and get away. Okay? He got all this money. Robert don't have the type of money that he has. So why is he walking around here free and Robert's not? That was my 21 questions today. Y'all have a blessed day. Remember, right wing, let's fight and get it together. Y'all get y'all material together. Y'all don't even have to put it out now, but be ready, because the left is coming at us, and they gonna use somebody to poke us. So I'm gonna tell you, don't let the bear poke you, okay? Don't let them poke you. Y'all have a good one. I enjoyed this video, and share it, like, subscribe, donate to Robert. I don't care if it's $5, and do something good, something positive. Love each other, love yourself, and build up your self-esteem, especially my female women of color. Build your self-esteem, love yourself, and don't worry about your looks and what people think about your looks, because we are all God's creation. I have my own signature look. This person got their signature look and stuff like that. Yeah. Also, I wanted to speak on, but we was just getting off subject, so we apologize. But that's how you have your discussions, Prima Donna, when she was talking about Robert would always get a decoy for himself. And I was looking at a picture. I wanted to show her. I wanted her to see what I see. Just tell me if you see what I see. And I never could post that picture because I'm like, it does not look like R.Kelly. So I never did post it. So, but anyway, that was my 21 question. You guys, let's get it. Let's get it. Donate. Let's fight for the cause. Y'all have a blessed Wednesday. And I'll see you guys soon.